Okay, how do you absolutely crush it in your market today while at the same time inventing the company that's going to crush it tomorrow? It's one of the biggest challenges in business. It's a mission that can feel totally impossible, but it is the only way to build success that actually lasts. So how do the great ones pull it off? Well, it all starts by understanding a really fundamental question.
Seriously, think about it for a second. We've all seen this happen. A company is on top of the world, right? They seem completely unbeatable, and then bam, just a few years later, they're nothing more than a cautionary tale in a business textbook. Why does this happen over and over again? Well, the answer lies in this hidden battle that every single organization is fighting, whether they even know it or not.
And this right here is the core conflict every leader faces. On one hand, you have this relentless nonstop pressure to deliver short-term results, hitting quarterly targets, improving efficiency, keeping your current customers happy. But on the other hand, there's this absolutely critical need for a long-term vision, to innovate, to disrupt, and to literally invent your company's future. As the legendary Al Dunlap once said, leaders who can actually master both are in, and I quote, unbelievably short supply.
So let's break this down, starting with the first piece of the puzzle. We're going to call this the first curve. This is the world of right now, the world of operations, and the world of what experts call doing things right. It's where most successful companies live and breathe every single day.
Now, to really get this, we need to talk about something called the Sigmoid Curve. This simple S shape is just fascinating because it basically describes the life story of, well, almost everything. A product, a company, you could even say an empire. It's this predictable pattern of birth, growth, and then, eventual decline.
So, the first curve has three really distinct phases. First, there's that slow, difficult beginning, the grind. Then, if you get it right, you hit that sweet spot, that incredible period of explosive growth. But, and this is the part everyone needs to hear, that growth phase is always followed by an inevitable decline as markets change and technology moves on. Nobody, and I mean nobody, escapes this.
The people who live on this curve, let's just call them Team 1, they are the absolute masters of the present. And their job is vital. They improve operations, they make the products you already have even better, they serve today's customers, and they drive the profits that keep the lights on right now. They are the engine of the company, plain and simple.
But here's the thing. While Team 1 is mastering the present, a truly world-class organization is already hard at work on the second curve. This is the world of tomorrow. This is the world of invention, and the world of doing the right thing for the future.
This visual captures the secret to survival perfectly. You just can't wait for that first curve to start dipping before you think about what's next. By then, honestly, it's just too late. The real secret is to use the profits and the resources from your current success while you're still growing to fund and launch the next big thing.
So who works on this second curve? This is Team 2. These are your explorers, your innovators, your revolutionaries. Their mission isn't just to make small improvements. It's to rethink the entire business, to explore radical new ideas, and to lay the groundwork for what the company is going to become.
And this table just perfectly contrasts the two mindsets. Are you a maintenance engineer focused on keeping the current engine tuned up, or are you an architect designing a brand new building from the ground up? Do you prefer doing things right or doing the right thing? One is all about perfecting what already is. The other is about creating what doesn't even exist yet.
Okay, so here's the most important point. This is not about choosing one curve over the other. The real genius, the true mark of a world-class organization, is managing the conflict in the synergy between these two worlds at the exact same time. F. Scott Fitzgerald captured this perfectly. This quote isn't just about literature, it's a masterclass in modern leadership. Holding two conflicting ideas? We have to optimize today, and we have to invent tomorrow, in your head, and making both of them work. That is the ultimate test.
And when you get this right, wow, the benefits are immense. You can use today's profits to fund tomorrow's big breakthroughs. You can manage that handover from the old to the new smoothly. You can harness the incredible creative energy that comes from having these two competing teams challenge each other. It allows you to become proactive, to shape the market instead of just reacting to it.
Of course, none of this just happens. This entire strategy lives or dies based on one simple question. Do you have the right people on the right teams playing the right roles? So let's break down who these people actually are.
So this framework breaks it down into 4 key roles. On that first curve, you've got your producers, the technical experts who just get the job done.
and your implementers, the administrators who organize and coordinate everything. Then, on the second curve, you absolutely need innovators, the entrepreneurs who can see the future, and integrators, those leaders who can mobilize and inspire people around that new vision. A healthy organization needs all four.
So, here's a question for you. Looking at these four roles, which one just screams you? Are you a producer, an implementer, an innovator, or an integrator? I'm genuinely curious to see what the mix is like. Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below.
But look, putting the right people in the right seats is just the beginning. The ultimate challenge is building a culture where this tension isn't destructive, but is actually productive. How in the world do you create an environment that not only tolerates, but actively embraces this constant, healthy conflict between the present and the future?
Well, the authors give us a roadmap with these 6 pillars. And notice how they all work together. It really starts by empowering individuals, building up their self-esteem and encouraging their own personal improvement. Then it's about the team dynamic, listening intensely, recognizing great work, and yet, even using humor to spark creativity. All this feeds into that final, ultimate pillar, a culture of constant improvement.
This quote gets right to the very heart of it all. It's often attributed to Nelson Mandela, and it reminds us that a world-class culture isn't about fixing weaknesses, it's about unleashing people's power. When you create an environment where people feel truly empowered to shine, their presence, just by itself, gives others permission to do the same. That's the foundation of everything.
So, in the end, becoming a world-class organization isn't a matter of luck or chance. It is a conscious choice. It's the choice to embrace that difficult, productive conflict between mastering today and creating tomorrow. And the only question left is your organization and are you ready to manage both curves?